Assalamualaikum and hello hi. So our group will present about our mini research entitled The Effectiveness Usage of iPad in Academic among the Form 3 students in MRSM Tun Ghazali Shafie. So I'll proceed with our introduction. The first one is, as we know that in the era of globalization, it's undeniable that advanced technology makes it easier for users to access information through various channels and suited to their needs. And we know that in this study, we found out that they have a 6 negative impact to the students' academic performance and character development. So the first one is lack of focus in class, sleeping in class, not completing tasks, difficulties in interacting, rely heavily on the internet, and rise in disciplinary issues. So this negative behavior observed in class include of these 6 negative impact, and additionally, the unrestricted use of iPads without specific usage guidelines has contributed to the students frequently accessing social media and entertainment apps like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So, this frequent use of non-educational content has led to distractions, and it's may have a lack of progress in both academic and character growth. And furthermore, there has been a notable rise in disciplinary issues and a decline in academic performance at MRSM Tun Ghazali Shafie. So this study aims to investigate the patterns of iPad usage during and after PDPC teaching and facilitation session among Form 3 students.
So the goal of this research is to enhance teacher professionalism by fostering motivations and interest in new teaching methods, improving observation and communication skills, and diversifying teaching approaches based on research findings. So the first objective is to evaluate the effectiveness of iPad's usage in teaching and learning sessions. The second objective is to measure the extent to which iPads are utilized outside the classroom after learning sessions. And the third objective is to determine the impact of iPads usage on students' academic performance improvement.
So now we discussed about this research methodology. This research using quantitative methodology that involves of 124 students, Form 3 students from MRSM Tun Ghazali Shafie. This selection is based on the policy of iPad usage implemented for MRSM Tun Ghazali Shafie students starting in 2018. Through this quantitative method, they study a strict questionnaire to achieve the objectives. The first question is, how effective the use of iPads in the academic teaching and learning session of Form 3 students of MRSM Tun Ghazali Shafie? The second question is, to what extent can iPads be utilized outside the classroom after learning session by Form 3 students at MRSM Tun Ghazali Shafie? And the last one is, does the use of iPads have an impact on improving the academic performance of Form 3 students at MRSM Tun Ghazali Shafie? In this study, we were able to identify 6 literature reviews. The research conducted by NURFAZILA et al. In 2023. This study discussed about the global education system is experiencing significant changes driven by the advancement in technology. The technology acts as a vital teaching aid, providing substantial support for improving students' academic outcomes. Secondly, a study conducted by Aida Aisha, Israel, and Anwar Ahmad also in 2023 that revealed students prefer using electronic devices over physical textbooks for reference. The availability of appealing visuals, animations, and soundtracks contributes to heightened student interest in using these devices, which indirectly fosters positive academic outcomes. And the third one is a study by Awang Nazrizal Awang Ali et al. In 2016 that also discussed about the advantage of using iPad. Access to various websites, whether online or offline, further enhances the exploration of knowledge. In 2017, Kamarudin research identified that the application of technology is a vital factor contributing to successful learning processes, facilitating information exchange between teachers and students. Next, the research conducted by Noor and Mustafa in 2013 suggests that interactive multimedia-based learning media has been evaluated for both theoretical and practical applications. For instance, the utilizations of iPads or smartphones in schools can significantly assist students during their learning activities. And the last but not least, according to Alia Binti Morata's research titled The Use of iPad Application in Oral Learning through the Bahasa Melayu Tuturlah dengan Yakin program, students express greater comfort and enjoyment in using ICT as they are enthusiastic about completing assigned tasks.
Next, I'm going to present about the findings, what we get through this mini research. We are doing analysis of the questionnaire on student in MRSM TGS. In this mini research, we are involving around 124 students as our respondent. So, in 124 students, the demographic characteristic is 35.48% is a male, and the rest 64.51 is the female. And the number of students who owns an iPad regarding to our respondent is 83% is on iPad, and the rest 17% didn't own an iPad. So next is the duration of the iPad usage. So how long they already use an iPad. So the first 1 year and lower, so about 41.5% student already use an iPad for 1 year and lower. For the second, for the 2 years, 41.5%, and 3 years is 17%. So next is use of iPad in learning and facilitation (PDPC) by Form 3 student in TGS. So teacher use iPad in PDPC around 95 respondent is strongly agree. So 24 student agree, not student respondent. Not sure 3 respondent, and disagree is 2. For the item, next item, the iPad help in the assignment given by the teacher. So 104 respondent is strongly agree, and many application for learning such quizzes, Kahoot is frequently used during PDPC. That 78 respondents strongly agree. So I only state the highest respondent choose. And then for the item, iPad helps student in searching for information during PDPC. 112 respondents strongly agree, and iPad make it easier for student to connect with teacher, like using the Telegram application. So 117 respondents strongly agree. And then student use iPad to find video for understanding, like from the YouTube application and TikTok. So here the respondent, 96 respondent choose strongly agree about the item. And then the student use the iPad to find picture to increase a student understanding. So which is 83 respondents strongly agree about it. And soft copy textbook accessed by iPad are better from the hard copy. So which is 37 respondents strongly agree, and here agree 32 student agree, not respondent agree, and not sure 19 respondents, disagree 26, and strongly disagree is 10 respondents. And then the last one is student often share using iPad in PDPC. So here 55 respondents strongly agree, and 44 agree, and not sure is around 14 respondents. Disagree is 8, and strongly disagree is 3. So next, the item that we analyze, the use of iPad after learning and facilitation by Form 3 student after the academic session. So the first, during free time such as leisure time, students often play video games using iPad. So here, we get 46 disagree and 36 strongly disagree with this item. And the second one, student use iPad after the PDPC session to review lesson. So here 67 respondents strongly agree, and 38 respondents agree. So iPad can influence student motivation to learn. So it's mostly the respondent is agree about not disagree. So about 79 respondent agree with that. And student use iPad to find additional information outside the classroom. Here mostly the respondent agree, strongly disagree. About 102 respondents that is they are agree the student use iPad to do to find additional information. And the next is student use iPad to exercise outside the classroom. So mostly the student strongly agree, which is 102 respondents strongly agree about that. And during the weekend, if there are no big classes and school program, students use iPad to access social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, TikTok, and others. So here we state the highest one is mostly the student agree about, not mostly but medium, like 44 respondent agree, and 34 strongly agree. And then students use iPad more for entertainment than learning, which is mostly student choose, not mostly the respondent or student choose strongly disagree, which is 49 respondents choose strongly disagree. And then so many students are addicted to entertainment application like games and social media using iPads. So here can state 44 respondents answer as agree, and 44 disagree, and 11 respondent they are not sure about it, and 25 is strongly agree. So next, iPad are one of the factors that cause students to fall into misbehavior such as watching pornography and seclusion, which is mostly they are state strongly disagree. About 41 respondent choose strongly disagree, and disagree 26, and not sure 10, and agree, we have agree here 30 respondent, and strongly agree 17. And the last one, all students must have an iPad. So for this item, it's like we have the respondent choose like equal, almost equal, such as strongly agree 30 student, agree 32 respondent, not sure 18, disagree 34, and strongly disagree is 10. And then the analysis of questionnaire result through the sistem penilaian grade MRSM. So student achievement percentage data based on this the slide shown. Okay, on 2022, for the second semester, 14%, which is 11.2%, and 2023, for the semester 1, 48%, the achievement, and then semester 2, 85 respondent, which is 67%, and 2024, 44%. And then the data analyzed based on the grade purata marked up according to PNG because of the using of iPad. So Form 1, the student, our respondent, the Form 1 in semester 2, their GPM is 3.1594, and 2023 semester 1, 3 point, during the Form 2, 3.4547, the semester 2, 3.5943, and then the last one is 2024, during the Form 3, 3.3614, which is we can see the increasing of the GPM. So I think that's all for the findings that we get from this mini research. I think that's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Based on the topic, the effectiveness usage of iPad in academic among Form 3 students in MRSM Tun Ghazali Shafie. So on the discussion, we can highlight, or there is a few measurements that have been implemented to ensure that the use of iPad positively influence the academic performance of Form 3 students, but within few restrictions. I think we always believe that too much is not good, but too least we can affect, or we can limit our student ability and creativity towards the technology these days. So what being implemented in Tun Ghazali Shafie is a restriction of iPad usage just between 7:30 am to 2:30 pm. So it enables students to utilize the iPad effectively, and the use of iPad is only in the classroom learning and for additional information during the specific hours. And after 2:30 pm, so iPad need to be returned and stored in the PSP or in the library resource center, and students are permitted to use them, or to use the iPad on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So the discussion, based on the data we get, we see that the usage of technology is good when it have its own guideline and restriction of using it. All right, and the impact of using iPad is as effective tools to facilitate teaching and learning. So, and also there is a few cooperation on the application, including iTunes. All right, and also students can improve their technological competency, and also the teachers these days, regarding to 2020 century experience, it also can assist the instructional activities the ability to conduct to student, to present via Apple TV, which can connect effortlessly with student device. Good thing come with the bad things, but we cannot stop the technology. But if we manage to restrict or give a proper guideline to our student, we always believe that our student can make it, and we cannot restrict the technology to our young generation.
So we are at the end of this mini research. We do have some recommendations and suggestions for teachers and school to reconsider, which is investigate the impact on character development. They can promote digital responsibilities, including a lesson on online ethics, helping the student to develop and respect, empathy, and accountability online. Other than that, we can also assess students' readiness for mobile technology. We can determine the baseline skills, conduct initial assessment to understand the students' familiarity with the mobile technology and their ability to use the iPad as educational tools. Other than that, we can also evaluate digital skill development. We can build a foundational digital literacy that can teach the students the basic digital skills such as effective internet research, evaluating source, and using digital tools for organization, which can also develop advanced competency of the student like coding, data analysis, digital content, inclusion into the coursework to deepen the student technical abilities. So other than that, we can also identify the barrier of effective usage, which is overcome the technical limitations. We can provide a sufficient technical support and training for troubleshooting, both for students and teachers, to prevent technical issues from disrupting the learning sessions. Next, we can also examine teacher readiness and competence, which we can also provide comprehensive training for the teachers through a professional development to understand how to incorporate iPads effectively, focusing on both technical skill and pedagogical strategies. Other than that, we can also compare with traditional learning methods, which we can reflect on student engagement, we can gather back feedback from students on their learning experience with both iPad and traditional methods to better understand the engagement and effectiveness of each. This recommendation will not only support meaningful iPad usage, but also address critical aspects for student readiness, character development, and help making iPads a valuable part of the upper secondary learning experience.
So as for conclusions, the findings from this action research suggest that the use of iPads can have positive impacts on students in academic development, but integrating iPads into learning environments not only enhance engagement but also facilitates interactive and collaborative learning experiences that resonates with students' digital lifestyles. Moreover, the study underscores the importance of guiding students to use iPads responsibly and effectively, ensuring that technology serves as a tool for empowerment rather than distractions. So, they make a guidelines for the students to use the iPads so that we have a positive impact for it. However, it is essential for students to develop maturity in their use of iPads to mitigate the potential misuse of technology in their learning experiences. So this entails providing students with the skills of knowledge necessary to the technology for educational purpose while fostering an environment that encourages self-regulation and discipline. So in conclusion, studying iPad usage among students is vital for understanding its impact and effectiveness of technology in learning environments, ultimately improving students' educational experience and academic performance. So the recommendations outlined above provide a roadmap or a guideline for future research that will contribute to the evolving landscape of education in the digital age, ensuring that we maximize the benefit of technology while addressing the challenges it presents.